Auburn fans need to stop dreaming about hiring Marcus Freeman. In the swirling vortex of the college football coaching carousel, where speculation runs rampant and fan bases cling to even the faintest glimmer of hope, the name of Notre Dame's Marcus Freeman has become a recurring whisper. With each high-profile job that opens, it seems almost inevitable that Freeman's name will be linked, a testament to his rising stature in the coaching world. However, not all rumors are created equal, and the recent chatter connecting him to the head coaching vacancy at Auburn University falls squarely into the category of wishful thinking. For the passionate, yet often beleaguered, supporters of the Tigers, it is time to temper expectations and abandon any dream of luring the Fighting Irish headman to the plains of Alabama. The reality is stark and uncompromising. There is virtually zero chance that Marcus Freeman will be the successor to Hugh Freeze. This is not merely a matter of contractual obligations or personal preference. It is a fundamental assessment of two programs currently on divergent trajectories, one steeped in stability and historic prestige, the other mired in a cycle of instability and facing an unforgiving competitive landscape. The genesis of this particular rumor appears to be rooted in a single, albeit significant, recruiting connection: Deuce Knight. The talented quarterback, once a prized commit for Freeman's Notre Dame, ultimately flipped his allegiance to Auburn, becoming a cornerstone of their future offensive plans. In the echo chamber of online forums and social media, this connection is often amplified into a narrative suggesting a deeper bond, a potential catalyst for a seismic coaching shift. The logic, however flimsy, is that a coach might follow his hand-picked quarterback to a new program. While this makes for compelling fan fiction, it drastically oversimplifies the complex calculus of a major coaching decision. The presence of a single player, even a potential franchise quarterback like Knight, is nowhere near sufficient to compel a coach of Freeman's caliber to abandon one of the most coveted jobs in all of sports. A head coaching decision of this magnitude involves a holistic evaluation of institutional support, recruiting infrastructure, conference alignment, academic profile, booster culture, and, most critically, a clear and viable path to a national championship. On nearly every one of these metrics, the chasm between Notre Dame and Auburn is not just wide. It is a veritable canyon. To understand why this move is so improbable, one must first conduct an honest and objective comparison of the two programs. The Notre Dame job is, by any reasonable measure, a superior position to Auburn at this moment in history. This is not an indictment of Auburn's rich tradition or its passionate fan base, but a clear-eyed look at the current state of both institutions. For Auburn, the primary and most daunting challenge is its geography and conference affiliation. Competing in the Southeastern Conference, specifically the SEC West, is a brutal, relentless gauntlet. Year in and year out, the Tigers must navigate a schedule that includes perennial powerhouses like Alabama, Georgia, LSU, and a resurgent Ole Mississippi. This is a league where even a 9-win season can feel like a disappointment and where the margin for error is razor-thin. The pressure to recruit against and defeat these titans of the sport is immense and has proven to be the undoing of many fine coaches. The path to a conference championship, let alone a national title, is arguably the most difficult in all of college football. In stark contrast, Notre Dame enjoys a unique and powerful position. As a football independent, the Fighting Irish have control over their own destiny in a way that few programs do. They possess a national brand, buttressed by their exclusive television contract with NBC, that allows them to recruit from coast to coast without being tethered to a specific geographic region. Their schedule, while consistently challenging, is one that a top-tier team can navigate to an 11-1 or 12-0 record, which in the era of the expanded college football playoff, all but guarantees a berth. Marcus Freeman does not have to clear the monumental hurdle of an SEC championship game just to get a seat at the table. Furthermore, Notre Dame represents a unique blend of elite athletics and world-class academics, an appeal that resonates with a specific type of student-athlete and their families. The prestige of the Golden Dome, the echoes of Knute Rockne and the Four Horsemen, and the weight of its storied history provide a foundation that few programs can match. The institution is stable, its leadership is aligned, and Freeman has been given the resources and runway to build a sustainable winner in his own image. When examining other hypothetical openings that Freeman has been linked to, the contrast with Auburn becomes even sharper. The rumors about Penn State, for instance, at least involve the possibility of him taking over another top-tier program in a premier conference, one that consistently competes at a high level. Similarly, links to schools like LSU or Florida, while also unlikely, would represent a move to an SEC school with seemingly limitless resources and a location in the heart of the nation's most fertile recruiting grounds. Even in those scenarios, Freeman would be leaving a better situation at Notre Dame. Auburn, quite frankly, does not currently reside in that same tier of desirability. The program has been in a state of flux for the better part of a decade. The revolving door of head coaches, from the firing of Gus Malzahn, who took them to a national championship game, to the tumultuous and short-lived tenure of Brian Harsin, and now the mid-season dismissal of Hugh Freeze, paints a picture of deep-seated instability. This is a program seemingly at war with itself, where the alignment between the athletic department, the administration, and the influential boosters is often fractured. For a young, ascending coach like Marcus Freeman, who is building a positive and cohesive culture in South Bend, walking into such a volatile environment would be a monumental and unnecessary career risk. Ultimately, the most realistic long-term threat to Notre Dame keeping Marcus Freeman is not another university, but the allure of the National Football League. For many elite college coaches, the NFL represents the final frontier, a chance to coach the sport at its absolute highest level, free from the relentless demands of recruiting, the complexities of name, image, and likeness nil, and the ever-churning transfer portal. It is a world of pure football strategy and execution. If Freeman continues his upward trajectory, building Notre Dame into a consistent playoff contender, it is the professional ranks that will likely come calling with offers that could be too tempting to refuse. That is the scenario that should occupy the minds of the Fighting Irish faithful. The idea that he would willingly leave the stability, prestige, and clear championship path at Notre Dame to take on a rebuilding project at Auburn, in the shadow of Nick Saban's Crimson Tide legacy and the colossus that is Kirby Smart's Georgia Bulldogs, is not just unrealistic. It borders on the absurd. The dream for Auburn fans is understandable, but it is a dream disconnected from the current reality of the college football landscape. Their coaching search must focus on candidates for whom Auburn is a destination job, not a speculative and significant step down. Auburn fans need to stop dreaming about hiring Marcus Freeman. In the swirling vortex of the college football coaching carousel, where speculation runs rampant and fan bases cling to even the faintest glimmer of hope,